are part of a corrupt NGO. You are sponsored by the money. That's why we have white money, black genocide. Because in the program of today, there's no human rights and there is no elections. Because they know dictators in Africa don't want you to know about it. Last comment, the ICC refuses to go after these crimes. ICC should also protect Africans, not just Europeans. Thank you so much and sorry for disturbing your country.
I was castrated by a dictator, Yoweri Museveni. So I need to be heard and I'm exiled in Canada.
I'm here with some Ugandan comrades. I request you to stand up because we are so disappointed about how the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is not talking about Tanzania. Just 2 weeks ago, thousands of...
in the Algemene Zaal?
No, we're doing a little protest. Please stand up. Chuma is here. Marie is here, Moses is here. Just give us 10 minutes, okay? And then you can continue. Just a minute. We are suffering.
Excuse me, may I propose that we give you...
About the suffering in Africa. This Ministry of Foreign Affairs is supporting dictatorship. When they talk about multilateralism, they talk about supporting dictators. The African Union is a corrupt union.
We are not next round. We need just 10 minutes. I know, you can request that via the organization. So if you're going to interrupt the session, then you cannot say that you are not making trouble. If you want to stand, if you want to stand,
we are not making trouble.
Okay, let me
we just want to present what is happening in our country.
You have so much opportunity.
We don't have the opportunity. This is the only opportunity we are having here.
Then you have to contact the organization.
And Chuma, this is a torture survivor. Please listen to Chuma. He came all the way from Canada.
I was brought by UN. My family is suffering in Nairobi. Every now and then they are crying. So we need 5 minutes. We need to give us time and we talk about this. Is actually a very good conference and a very good platform for me as a former journalist, a former bodyguard of His Excellency Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, and a former activist in Uganda. So we need your attention. We just beg, we need your attention to submit to this international community as we arrange it. So we humbly request you.
Please come on stage. I would like to make a proposal that we give one of you. So I would like to ask you to appoint one spokesperson to give you 1 minute to make a statement for everybody to hear what you have to say, and then I would like to move on with the panel afterwards. Yes. So who?
So much. We have been hearing about the double standards, especially when you are dealing with African specialists. It is worse in Uganda, and I don't know why you are not focusing on it. That's what has pushed us to this extent. In 2016, the Ugandan government carried out massacre. Over 100 people were killed in Kasese. Children, women, on top of that, those even over 200 were arrested. Those who were arrested, they had even to act inhuman, and they undressed all of them. Women, children were undressed. The international community could not do anything and they kept supporting the dictator. In 2021, over 100 people were killed in the city of Kampala because of supporting the opposition candidate. Yesterday, but last week, over 200 people were detained. There are some people who have been in prison from 2021, but the international community keeps supporting, funding the dictator. Some of us have left our homes. We don't know how our children are. We have to run away. People are killed on a daily basis in Uganda. Somebody that's been in power for 40 years is now 80-something, is now 83 years. Now he's grooming the son who is a general. They are killing, they are terrorizing everybody in Africa. But what is of major concern, the European does not look at that. I don't know what they think about Africans. People are treated like animals. Women are raped. Like there is a video, I think I don't know where I can show it. A woman was undressed last week on Friday because of supporting the opposition candidate. It's so tense. We have nothing, we cannot explain. Even now that you see us talking, you go to Uganda, you are not sure of your life. I don't know what's happening. Really, it is too much. We talk of Congo, we talk of Sudan, but there is a big problem in Uganda, in particular.
One thing I want to say about the conversation. Sorry,
Why don't you talk about Rwanda, about Kenya, about Sudan, about Ethiopia? Why only your own particular interest?
There's something I need to say.
Why only your own particular
That
interest?
with African dictators.
Why only your particular interest in Uganda? There are so many more countries. So many more countries. Yes. So why don't you take the stage
Why
here?
should I look at you?
And, you know, if you look at the situation that they mentioned, 40 years, the president has been in charge. I don't really want to get into the particulars, but the median age of these countries tends to be between 16 and 18. So you'll find that most of the population has known no other leader. We've just seen an election in Cameroon, you know, plainly not a credible election, where the re-elected leader is 92 and the median age is 18, you know. We had another vote in Tanzania. I was just talking to Tanzanians this morning. I was speaking with Stephen, where, you know, people took to the streets because the opposition leader was sent to jail, and thousands clearly were killed in a space of maybe 3 or 4 days, primarily by the security forces. So we really can't minimize those concerns. Uganda will be going to elections early next year. I'm really worried about what it means at a time when the young people especially, but not just the young people, most of society is saying this cannot go on. This election. Frankly, we also have to be careful, you know. I can see the criticisms of the International Criminal Court, but the court is only as effective as its member states will allow it to be. I'm not really confident that we are in that moment when we'll see the International Criminal Court having the space, having the institutional support, the diplomatic support to be able to do much about some of these things in a moment when we are in an age of impunity. You know? So I'm not very hopeful that the answer lies with the International Criminal Court. I'm just more certain that the way in which young people on the continent are saying enough is enough, the way in which they're saying, you know, this cannot go on, the way in which they demand much more than their parents, and the way in which they want to be heard, including through, you know, the opposition in Uganda's, you know, very brave campaign. I think that something will have to give. I'm not sure it will come from outside. I'm afraid it will probably have to come from within, but something has to give.
Thank you.
Maybe
So it has to come from within, so you have to be in Uganda.
Yeah, but I can't go to Uganda.
I think
I want to.
Maybe